Good morning, friends. So today's video is going to be about something called the hero's journey. Joseph Campbell was a professor of literature for Sarah Lawrence College in the United States. He studied comparative mythology and comparative religion. He was very interested in the human condition, and he's most famous for his book called A Hero with a Thousand Faces. One of his main interests was something called the archetypical hero. So when I first got interested in the esoteric or a spiritual life, these kinds of things, one of the things that one of my entries into this world was about understanding and studying what the hero's journey was. And also I was very interested in, from a psychological perspective, what archetypes were. Dream wants to be part of the video too, I think. So yeah, I was very interested in what an archetype was, because at the time I didn't quite understand the word, didn't really get the meaning. It's something that relates to tarot very deeply. Every tarot card in a tarot deck actually relates to an archetype. Archetypes symbolize something universal about the human experience. The hero's journey is about the common hero that appears in most popular mythological stories throughout human history. It's a common template of stories that involves a hero that goes on an adventure. The hero is victorious at a certain point, in a decisive crisis, and comes home changed and transformed. I believe that Joseph Campbell, he identified 17 stages in this, but I'm going to walk you through 12 stages today. So the first stage is the hero starts in an ordinary world. Okay, so just an ordinary setting. It's like the beginning of Star Wars, when Luke Skywalker's at home with his family, his aunt and his uncle, and he's leading a farmer's life, a very ordinary life. Okay, and then there's the second stage is the call to adventure. There's always a calling that sends the hero out on their journey. Then the hero refuses to go. They say they can't go. I can't leave my family. I can't leave my life. I've got important things to do here. So no, I'm not going. That's the third stage. Fourth stage is that a mentor or a helper comes into their lives to, I guess, help them, push them out the door, let's say. The fifth stage is crossing a threshold. So this is the threshold of kind of no return. It's like when Luke leaves the planet. It's like, well, I guess there's no going back now, right? I'm on this journey now, so I gotta go. Number 6 is a test. And they meet allies along their journey. They also meet enemies, they identify their enemies, and they kind of go through tests that bring them further along in their journey. Number 7 is the approach. So the hero begins to change their approach to the situation. They start viewing things differently. Like before, they were just pulled into this adventure, this thing. Now they're starting to think, well, maybe this is a sense of responsibility of something that I have to do. Number 8 is the ordeal, right? So it's like the big fight scene in a movie, it's like they're getting chased by the enemy and they're going through a big crisis and an ordeal and they're trying to escape the danger. Number 9 is the reward. Okay, so they escape the danger and they get to a point where there's something better and amazing on the other side of that. 10 is then they start moving on their road back home. So it's time to go back to where they started from. Number 11 is Atonement. So atonement for their previous sins and a deeper understanding of why they even went on the journey in the first place and why it was important for them to go. Number 12 is the return home. And then it starts again. So those are, I guess, my favorite 12 stages of the hero's journey. So the reason why I wanted to do this video is that, I wanted my audience to try to start to identify and relate to these stages in their own life. I've said before that in a way we all walk through our own hero's journey. And it may not seem as epic at first, but you know, as a movie or as a film, but I can assure you that it is just as important. Okay, so your life, your journey is just as important as any character in a movie. You are just as important. So by going through these stages, we can really transform ourselves and transcend our past selves to become bigger and better than we were before. So yeah, that's my little short video on the 12 stages of the hero's journey. And I really hope that you identified with it and yeah, go through your own journey. It's about, you know, if you're just at the start or if you're somewhere in the middle, like don't be afraid to leave what your comfort zone is. Don't be afraid to transcend and get bigger and better than what you were before. You can always move forward. And if you're feeling stagnant or stuck, it's time to start moving because there's something better on the other side of that. All right, so light and love, friends, and I want you to have an amazing day.